how much more of this can the royal family take? Because it's like a succession. It's a succession of, I'll take my glasses off. It's like a succession of Harry ranting about his mental health and trying to explain it to the rest of the world. Why, this is why I've got this mental health. It's not my fault. It comes from my childhood, and I've done readings on that, so I'm not going to kind of rehash that. So you can go and look back at those readings if you want to. But this is something else. This is this more of this drama brewing, and it feels as if it feels as if like Harry is poking the bear all the time, like poking the royal family to respond. Now that's a very kind of narcissistic trait, and I said that Harry seems like he's Meghan's flying monkey, and doing what she feels, what he's telling her, what she's telling him to do. So I kind of pick up these, and this is an energy show, okay? It's an intuitive energy show, so it's looking in between the lines and, looking behind the scenes and looking at, behind the walls of Buckingham Palace and what the hell is going on here. Well, I was just thinking, aren't the royal family sick of this by now? I mean, what's your thoughts, guys? Are the royal family not really fed up with this now? Please stop this trashing of, William's not complaining about his upbringing, and he's actually just keeping quiet there. So what's going on? Although the royal family, they do move in silence. It's a dignified way that they like to move. They like to move in that rhythm of staying silent, the stiff upper lip, and there's power in silence, and this is new kind of thing now that to be powerful is to move in silence. So I feel that they do this, and if you're never sure about anything, sorry, I've got to get myself comfy with a cushion. So you can join me in my my home here. So although they're a bit chunky, these cushions, yeah. So can't get comfy. So I did get comfy. Are you comfy on your sofas there? Hope so. You're watching on your sofas. That's a bit better. I felt a bit way back away from the camera. So yeah, moving in silence, and it's something that we can all learn from this, actually. If you've got a difficult situation where you're too close to a situation to actually make a decision, it's like, what this feels to me is like it's a narcissist. And anybody here who's experienced narcissism, please put that in the description. Not the description, that's where I put things, sorry, in the chat there, or the comments. But it's like, what narcissists do is, narcissists like to be so destructive until they've blown up, they've absolutely blasted them and thrown a grenade at any kind of bridges. Because you see, Meghan wouldn't want to fix any bridges, would she? Because they don't want her back. I don't feel that they'll want her back. I guess they want Harry back, but they don't want her back, that's for sure. Going back to the ranch and talking about the narcissist. The narcissist will prod the bear, prod the bear, prod the bear, until they kind of throw in the towel, throwing the gauntlet. So I'm done with this. I'm kind of done. I'm tired of this. You've absolutely drained every single energy that I feel here. I just do not have any more energy to give you. I don't have anything to offer you anymore, and you kind of throw in the towel. Because this is what narcissists do. Even if they get something good, if they get something that's so good for them and such a great opportunity, like Meghan coming into the royal family, they will prod it, they will prod it, they will prod it, they will test it, they will test it to the limit, to squeeze out even more energy, squeeze out even more money, squeeze out what they can out of a situation. Let's just squeeze this out, and they do that until, like you kind of, I'm done here. I have nothing else. I have no more to give you. I have no more to give you. You've taken everything, absolutely everything that I've got. And that's where you get with narcissists. And I feel this is very much like a narcissist, and they're the puppet master, and although a lot of people are saying, don't blame Meghan, it's not Meghan's fault. Harry wanted to get out of the royal family. He saw an opportunity. I've done readings about that, where he saw, he just grabbed anybody, and anybody that sympathized with him, saw his, saw that person would fight their corner for them. So Meghan came along, and so I do pick up that he actually saw Meghan coming, and she saw him coming, basically. So I don't know who you would blame in that situation. Well, I hope you've all had a great day today, and it's great to see you. I will be coming on live now quite a lot, because what I wanted to do, my plan for this channel was to build a community, and I feel now we've built a community. So now I can come in, step in here and come live and show myself. So I'm going to be doing more of this. So please subscribe, please put your notification bell on. It's taken me a long time to build up this community here, okay? And I'm going to do a lot more work on Patreon too. So what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Because the royal family cannot keep taking this clobbering, as I put on the, this constant clobbering and repeated attacks on them. They cannot keep doing this. And I looked at this, and this was by Laura O'Hannigan. And this was the Daily Express, actually. I was quite taken aback when I saw this headline, but I want to look into it, because there's these kind of this speculation with a lot of channels. I feel a speculation spinning around here that royal aides and royal courtiers are saying that that they should have their titles taken away. So I'll just look at this because that is floating around, and I do pick up that energy too, intuitively, that they're talking behind the scenes, that they're having little, very, like, they're moving in silence. They're not saying anything. It seems like they are planning something, and actually coming from behind, coming from behind and attacking from behind. It's like a strategic kind of move, like a battle, like they used to do these strategic moves. We'll get them, we'll come quietly from behind, and then we'll pounce on them, kind of thing. So it's like, as well, it's like the mafia, isn't it? Have you heard of that saying, let's take them to, what, I forget now, it's, let's take them to the mattresses. So it's like that. It's like all of a sudden, like a gang, like a mafia, just quietly going on. Yeah, it's like a mafia, really. It's like quietly going along your business, pretending that, acting so calm, nonchalant, like you're the best friend, like you are the best friend of your enemy. That kind of mafia kind of feel about it. But there's some planning going on in the background. And there's lots of speculation that this is going on too. So I want to look at this in a reading, in an intuitive reading, looking behind the scenes of, is there some kind of meetings behind those walls in Buckingham Palace with the Prime Minister, with the royal family, with the royal aides? What do we do about this, about Harry, who seems to be an unstoppable kind of juggernaut train wreck, basically? I mean, can we call him a train wreck? Because he keeps blaming this mental health and all of this kind of thing on Charles, and what happened to his mother, and all this kind of thing, and it's like he's a loose cannon, with a narcissist backing him up, kind of thing. Hi everyone. Yeah, Lady of the Lake. It's like a game of chess. But I get, like the mafia walk around very friendly to their neighbours, and then all of a sudden they pull out a machine gun, kind of thing. I'm not into all those violent films, but it feels a bit like that. Like it's like they're planning something. But I want to look at this article by the Daily Express. And let's have a look here. And talking about taking the titles away, we will look into that. But there's consequences. If they take titles away, don't you think there'd be consequences? Do you feel the royal family would be stupid enough to agree to publicly take their titles away? Do you think that the royal family would do that? How would that look? Everybody's going on saying, this is going on behind the scenes. They're going to take those titles away. The royal family are not that stupid. They're not that stupid. Give them credit for that. So the public they're listening to the public. They're listening to the public, and the public everybody is saying, what are they doing, walking around with royal titles, and they're trashing the royal family, don't deserve to have royal titles. Sharon, there is more to it than that. I think you get me. I feel you get me, Sharon, and a lot of you do, okay, I'm not saying, but I feel the energy from Sharon. She feels that what I'm kind of, I just feel, I don't feel the royal family, and it's not just my opinion, I feel this is intuitive, I feel they're stupid enough just to take their titles, and you must say, well, Yvonne, they don't deserve their titles. Surely that they should just be taken off them. It's not as easy as that. It's not as easy as just saying, that's it, you've gone too far, going to whip those titles from you. Where would that lead to? Where would that lead to? Anyway, I'm looking at this. I'm trying to get deeper into this and looking at the real core of this. I am, to get to the core of this, because this is about the royal family, this channel. So anything I like to look deeply into, okay. The royal family, okay, the royal family can't take any more, is the headline here. Queen is terrified by Harry and Meghan's attacks. That's just terrible. Just terrible. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, I get the narcissist, the puppet master, and the puppet. That's what I get. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry repeated attacks are a terrifying prospect for the royal family. I'll say that again because that was a bit of a... Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's repeated attacks are a terrifying prospect for the royal family, according to a royal commentator. You see, I get that the royal family, such as the Queen, Kate, they like to project a very gentle kind of persona. You know, like the Queen talks. She's, oh yes, it's so lovely here. You know, it's very quietly spoken. That is regal. That is regal. So not like me, big mouth here, but it's regal for the Queen to very lovely. It's very lovely. And if you look at Lady Colin Campbell, she speaks very softly too. This aristocratic set, they have this kind of very soft tone in their voice, and it's you see, it's vulgar. It's vulgar to talk like I do. It's vulgar to, you know, be open like me, like a commoner. You see, they have to be set apart from the commoner, and it's vulgar to be open and transparent. That is just totally vulgar. To be open, transparent, and to be authentic, it's just vulgar. You know, we all talk like this. Oh yes, it's so lovely here. I love the roses and I love the carnations. You know, they talk like that. They all talk like it. And you know, and is anybody authentic, really? But I get, even if you listen to Kate's very softly spoken, very eloquent with her words, very kind of, you know, she talks like that too, and you know, and Sophie talks like that, all very softly spoken and very sweet and very lovely, and they hardly say a word. They hardly say 2 words. Okay. You see, Meghan is polar opposite to that, and Meghan is teaching Harry how to be like Meghan. Eh? What do you think of that? Eh? She's teaching Harry how not to be like that. How not to be regal, how not to be aristocratic, how not to be... oh, she can put that on. She put that on as a role. She can act way, and she could pretend to be, she can switch it from this, that, the other. She can switch it around. She can be, the leader and of the movement and all this kind. We have to give women power. We have to make sure that women have a voice. And yes, I believe that, but and we have to, we have to champion women's rights, and she's all for that. And then the next minute she will switch into copying Kate. It's like, oh yes, oh yes, I know, it's so lovely here, like that. I mean, really, your commoner, your normal everyday person like you and I, we'd look foolish talking like that. If a lot of people were chatting in a room, and you see, working class people had to be louder to be heard. Working class women had to be louder to be heard. So, us lot from the grassroots had to be loud and vocal to be heard, or you just didn't get heard. If you was from a working class large family, you had to be loud to be heard. I mean, it would be ridiculous if suddenly I started talking like the Queen in my kind of class, kind of. It would be like, oh yes, oh, how lovely, that's so nice, I like the roses, and I so like the carnations. Oh, and how pretty that is. Isn't it sunny today? People would say, have you lost your mind? Are you okay? So, but that's the way the royals are. It's the way they are. They're very kind of, they see it as vulgar. They just see it as vulgar. And let's look, I seem to be going off a bit here, but I do enjoy doing these shows. Don't forget to subscribe and actually put on the notification bell, because I'm going to do more of these live shows now, okay? Because I've built up the community, and that was the idea. So this here, okay, is ridiculous. It's something way off the charts that the royal family cannot bear any more of this. It's so vulgar. It's so they can't withstand. They just can't withstand any more of this. And even Charles is very soft, quietly spoken, and it tries to keep keep it quiet. Let's move in silence. That's the best way. And Harry and Meghan are just laughing at them. They're just laughing. It's I feel it's Meghan's upbringing. It's like, well, they're not saying anything. That they're not that they're not saying anything. They're not fighting back. They're just staying very silent. Why aren't they doing that? Because you see, Meghan doesn't get the aristocratic set. She doesn't understand that they talk, the females of the royal family all talk very softly spoken, and to be too loud, to be too vocal, to be too much of a commoner is trashy. Even to be a strong speaker is seen as vulgar. Somebody, even if you're not trashy and you speak out, you speak your mind, is vulgar to the royal family, because they don't have to be. What's so vulgar about it is it's because they don't have to be. They don't have to be so loud to be heard, because they are heard. They're at the top of. They're above the celebrities, they're above the A-listers. They're way above them, and they don't have to show off and be showy, because they even dumb it down, because they find it so so vulgar. Do you understand? So, and that's how they are. But they feel if they end up like spilling the beans and open Pandora's box about all the behaviours of the royal family behind the scenes, behind Buckingham Palace walls. If they all started doing it, let's say the Queen got onto one of these podcasts and she started saying like, oh, well, my father and oh, Margaret was such a bitch to me and she was so out of control. Oh, I had a terrible time with her. Could you imagine? And then Prince Charles went on a podcast and said, I couldn't cope at that boarding school. My father, he just wanted to take it out of me because he was treated like that. He didn't have a father or a mother and he didn't know. Could you imagine? And Prince Andrew, I didn't even know who my father was. Actually, there was a speculation that it was this Porchy guy. Yeah. But, I never really found out. I never really found out who my father was. Could you imagine if they all went on a podcast? But no, Harry and Meghan, you see, Meghan doesn't get it. It's just her. Meghan is teaching Harry how to be common. And just open your mouth, and I feel this is what this is, okay. So I don't feel that the royal family can take any more of this trashing. And then we get this Apple, not just this podcast, because I did a reading about that. I don't need to rehash that. But there's this other thing now, this Apple TV, which is coming in on the 21st. There's going to be more of this. Harry, the blurting out of the way that I was brought up, it was so confusing. Do you know what? I'm going to be really upset if actually they have dragged out some scandal, because I did pick that up. I felt that Oprah, Gayle King, and all these people are just trying to drag out some scandal. Yeah, it's just going to get the ratings up, isn't it? And I do get that Oprah Winfrey wants that last show before she actually retires. She just wants that last show before she retires, the biggest scandal that's going. Let's get somebody, let's interview somebody, and let's get the show of the century. And this is what I feel is going on. I picked that up. So this is saying the Queen is terrified of more of these repeated attacks, and the Queen would find it, the prospect of these new interviews with this Apple TV as terrifying. What is he going to say next? I feel that Harry just wanted out of the royal family, and I've already done readings on that and why. Royal expert Daniela Elsa questioned how long the royals could withstand the Duke and Duchess of Sussex outburst before they cause irreparable damage. Because this is where this is leading to, isn't it? Because it's just bashing and trashing the royal family. How much more is the royal family going to actually withstand? So what I want to look at here with this, and lots of people are saying they're going to lose their titles. they're going to lose their titles. So I'm not being opposite or trying to go against other readers or other people that say this. But why on earth, what I pick up here is, why would the royal family do that? Why would you think the royal family would think that was a great idea, to go with the public feeling and take away their titles? What would that do? What would that do? I feel they do. There are meetings at the moment. They are deciding, well, if we did take the titles, and they're looking at the legal, some kind of legal things, and looking at these, what other titles can we give them, and so they are looking into this. How can we, they are looking into what happens if we withdraw their titles. If we go with the public mood and we withdraw their titles, what would be the outcome? Because they have to do, they have to do they would have to do a review over that. How would, all this, examining of how this would possibly, what would be the outcome? What would be the possible outcome if we took away these titles? So I want to look at that. I want to look at this deeply in what would be the outcome, and then they would get people in doing this. What would be the outcome if they took away the titles? And then what would be the recommendations to around the outcome, for the best outcome for everyone? So they are looking into this. Feels like they're not doing anything, but I feel they have to look at it. They do have to look at it. Okay. The Parliament, yeah, I do feel that Boris Johnson has spoken about this. I shouldn't be saying this, but this is what I pick up intuitively. It's not my ideas. Cup of coffee time. It's not my ideas. It's what I pick up intuitively. What's going on behind those walls at that Buckingham Palace? Okay. So let's have a look here. Is Boris Johnson had talks with the palace about this, about the mood of the people, and this is damaging the reputation of the monarchy. We need now to do something. This is causing damage to the monarchy, Your Majesty. So I feel that we may need to take some steps here, Your Majesty. What we need to do is make recommendations of what is the best thing to do. So that's what I get here. So I do get that they are talking. This is not just being left. They are talking. They are thinking about this. They are working on this. They are working on this. So when you hear about things are going on behind the scenes, absolutely, Paula. No titles, no interviews. I think there's going to be an ultimatum. I feel behind the scenes it's going to be done very quietly, because I feel I don't need to pull out cards here. I don't need to pull out cards here. I do get there are legal people involved. They've got a legal team involved with this. So okay, what I get here is this is actually has gone to Parliament. I feel that Boris Johnson stepped in because he's noticed that there is a mood of the people. All of these podcasts, all of the newspapers, anything that's on social media, you cannot not ignore the fact that people are angry about this, okay, and they want something done about this. They want something done about this. So this is going on behind the scenes, but very quietly. I feel that Boris Johnson didn't want to get involved at first, but he's had to get involved with this because it's actually starting to cause damage towards the monarchy, which is damage to the country, which is damage to, you know, and the stability. So yeah, there's a legal team involved. I feel that Boris has stepped in and said that Harry has to be stopped. You know, I know it's your son and I know it's your grandson, but Harry has to be stopped. Yeah, they are using kid gloves, absolutely. I think you've actually got it there. The reason why they're quiet is because they're using kid gloves around this. They are stepping around this very carefully, cautiously. They love Harry. Let's not forget that the Queen, they feel responsible for Harry's mental health. They feel if they'd only change things, if he only accepts some help, and if we could just get him some help and this kind of thing. Harry's doing it. He's not so stupid, Harry. He's doing it to get his money. They're also doing it, excuse me, to get power. They're doing it to get power. It is a battle now. It's a battle of wills. It's like, well, if you win, we lose. If you know, Harry is thinking, well, if the royal family win this, then Harry and Meghan are going to lose, and our popularity will just go so low that we're not going to, you know, we're going to actually, you know, that will be it. We will not have a future. Our reputations will be ruined. So what the narcissist does, the narcissist that has to ruin the reputation of what they call the perpetrators or the victims or the royal family before they actually ruin the reputation of Harry and Meghan. So now it's a battle, it's a war, okay? It's a war. Who's going to, especially with the narcissists, this is how they operate. This is how they operate. They have to destroy their opponents, and then they have to throw them away in the trash, and then they slam the door shut on them, and then, you know, and then they rejoice with all the damage that they've done. So the way that I picked this up, and I'm looking at this deeply here, there is a war between them. There's no doubt about that. Now we've got this Apple TV. I thought that would be actually stopped. I thought that the royal family would demand that would be stopped. And it hasn't, has it? Because it's going to be, but there's nothing, you see, Harry's not doing anything wrong. And I know that you're going to think this is crazy, but Harry's not doing anything wrong. And this is where Harry and Meghan have got these, this is where Harry and Meghan have got the royal family under the thumb, because they're not doing anything wrong. They have a right to make a show, have an interview, talk about their opinions, talk about their feelings. To do that, it's associated with Harry's upbringing. Harry's talking about himself. He has a right. Nobody can stop Harry from doing that. No one. He can do that. He has a right. Anybody can do that. So that he's using that kind of, well, I'm allowed to do this. I'm not breaking any laws here. So you can't stop me. Anybody can interview me. So this is what I get with Harry. This is this mindset, and this is Meghan's mindset too. Is like, we're not doing anything wrong. We can do this if we want. We can do this. It's allowed. The royal family cannot touch them legally. So they could go on from show to show to show, from interview to interview to interview, blabbing all the way and talking about his life and talking about trashing the royal family as much as he wants to do. That is totally up to him. So they can't stop him. He's in his rights to do that, and he knows it. And Meghan knows it, and Oprah Winfrey knows it too. So what's it going to take for them to stop this? Because I do get there is meetings, and people have also picked this up that this has gone too far. Sorry, I'm just getting comfy. Yeah, I feel that this is a war. This is a narcissistic. You see, if you can't get rid, unless you go no contact with a narcissist, they will keep going. They will keep going. They will keep going. They will keep going until they have destroyed everyone. Okay. So I get here, the palace might have come through the last few months dinged and a bit battered, but otherwise intact. But a sustained campaign is another terrifying prospect for them all together. So yeah, this is different, isn't it? This is a sustained campaign. It's not just one interview, it's one after the other after the other. It's like it just keeps going and go. I feel that they're just trying to bleed. They're just trying to make money out of this. This is what this is. They're cashing in on this. Now, I do get that Prince Charles has actually got a massive, brutal kind of dilemma here, because he's got to protect the monarchy. He's got to go with the mood of the people, but he's also got to make a decision about his son. And, you know, look at Andrew. I mean, look at Andrew. Andrew's just... It's everything he's done has been swept under the carpet. I won't say any more than that. And he's even looking to try and get back into the royal family. So Prince Charles is faced here, and this is also was published on the 18th of May. So this is going to be a battle. A real battle, okay. Prince Charles faced brutal royal dilemma between being Prince Harry's parent or Prince Harry's boss. I don't think that's the correct word, boss. I would say his rival, wouldn't you? Prince Charles is faced with a brutal dilemma when dealing with Prince Harry's exit from the royal family, according to psychologists. So psychologists and a royal commentator discuss Prince Charles and Prince Harry's relationship and the choice between taking the approach of parent or the boss. Oh, it was difficult. Charles knew over the years how unpopular it has been to have the royal family too big, too costly, too many members, and nobody has ever heard of. So yeah, so he wanted to streamline the royal family. It was no surprise when his son wanted not only not to be working royal anymore, but to be half in and half out. And that was never going to wash with Prince Charles. Well, this is where it started, you see. So you don't give me the dosh, you don't give me the cash, and I'll just, get the cash. I'll cash in on telling a story about your pops, okay? So how are they going to get around this? This is the reading that I wanted to do here. And thank you for coming. I think, again, very careful. Legal people involved, a complete headache. I also get here that this kind of, like I said, that they'll put it in writing, like a pros and cons thing. What if we take the titles away? What would that achieve? What if we do it? There's all these different kinds of things that they're looking at, okay, that they can approach this. So how are they going to decide in the end what the outcome of this would be, and what would be the recommendations? How would they deal with this? Yeah, because this is toxic. It's utter toxic energy. Meghan and Harry are being toxic. You don't wash out your dirty laundry and peg it out for everybody to see, do you? As one other kind of, I was watching another channel who said that you put your dirty laundry out and there's all stains on it. You don't peg it out for people to see, but it's toxic. And you see, even normal people wouldn't do that. These cards are coming out really bad, actually. I get the Queen of Wands, who is Meghan. I feel a lot of this is Meghan. Okay, I get Queen of Wands in reverse, destructive, limits freedom in others, ruled by jealousy and possessiveness. Plans have been thwarted by someone who is jealous and manipulative and overbearing. So I get here the toxic card and Meghan in reverse. Yeah, this is getting bad, guys. Coffee time, yes please. If you want to make a super chat, that'd be good, but I've got my coffee too. Okay, so Meghan, the toxic person here that's come out in these cards, and I've got the cards here, so I'm kind of so what do they do about this? I get here they will, and this is usually the tactic of Meghan, hit them where it hurts. Hit them where it hurts. Well, I think they've already tried this. They've already said, you can't use the royal name to cash in on. If you do, we will withdraw your allowance. So I think they've already done that, and that's not worked because they've upped the ante. They've upped the ante of how they're going to make money. So that's not worked. So what are they going to? I feel the thing that they are going to use the titles. They're going to give an ultimatum that you actually shut up about the royal family or talking about the royal family, or you will lose your titles. There is going to be an ultimatum. And you see the titles to Meghan, and I feel they're looking at Meghan because I get the toxic, I get the toxic, and it says a toxic woman who's very manipulative. I feel they're trying to aim this at Meghan. What is the most thing that Meghan wants here? What is it that Meghan wants? What did she get into? Why did she want to get to know Harry? Because of his title, okay. Because she wanted a title. She wanted the Duchess of Sussex. She wanted to be called, she's so used to, she is so used to being called the Duchess now. So she does not want to lose that title. She does not want to lose the titles for her children either. And so if they just take the titles away, I feel that the outcome would be, if they just took the titles away, the outcome would be public outcry for people who do love them. Then it would be they would absolutely wallow in the victimhood here. They would say, how dare they took away our titles, and and they would do more and more and more and more and more interviews. Those interviews would be stacked up and they would be making billions. And Meghan would go, right, we can use that. And Oprah Winfrey would be like, yes, we can use that. And we can do an interviews on you losing your titles exactly like Princess Diana. That would be a great story. You can tell us all about the scandals. So that's what that would achieve. If they took away, and you see this is where the royal family would be clever. If they took away those titles, I think that would be the worst thing that the royal family could do. But if they threaten to take those titles, away, and Meghan does not want to give up that title. Yeah, we don't mind you doing the charity work. We don't mind you. We don't have any kinds of issue with your charity work or anything like your speeches in charity, helping people of need, and that's fantastic. But when it comes to these interviews where you're putting all the dirty laundry out, picking it on the line with all the stains on, we don't want that. If you do that, you're going to lose your titles. If you trash the royal family again, you're going to lose your titles. We have to take those titles away from you because we have a dilemma here. We have public opinion saying, how can the royal family allow this to go on? How can this go on like this? So I feel that will be the next move, and maybe I shouldn't have said that. I feel that they've had this meeting, they've done this, this report of, if we did this, how would the outcome be? If we did this, if we made this move, what would the outcome be? And I feel the outcome is to take away something that Meghan does not want to lose. Not just to take them away. If they take them away, then they're back in the victimhood, aren't they? So I don't feel that the royal family will do that. I don't, and I've actually picked this up for a long time now, that they'll not lose their titles for various reasons. It's not straightforward. It's not straightforward at all. And maybe they deserve it, but could you imagine if they did, what it would be like? Oh, it'd be it'd be pandemonium. There'd be interviews galore, and there'd be stories all over, and look what they did to Diana, and tell us more about Diana, and all this kind of thing. So I get here that there will be an ultimatum to shut up. We don't want to take away we don't want to take away, we love you, because they do, they love Harry. We love you, we love our grandchildren, we want us to get close again, we want to fix, and this is the Queen actually, she wants her family back together. It's all about family for the Queen. We want to keep the family together. We want to mend this bridge. You see, you've got to think about William too, because William loves his brother. William loves his brother. And if they just whip out those titles, he's never going to forgive his brother, is he? And you see, William wants to keep his brother close. So I do get the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is about love. Okay. So that will be the approach, because they know it's Meghan. They know it's Meghan behind this. And the approach will be, we cannot allow you to have the titles. Thank you so much. Cup of coffee. Oh, cup of coffee time. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. It means a lot. It does. It helps me keep going. So and just thank you for coming, guys. I want you to share this with another social media, trying to build this community. And this is what I'm going to do from now on, is I'm going to actually come live like this. And this is what the plan was, is to come live and be a community. So the reason why they're going to use this kind of tact is because, for a number of reasons, to stop them from being worse. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm trying to keep it up. Trying to build the channel, Marisol. Thank you for your donation. So it means the world. You mean the world to me. That's why I'm building this channel, and this is why I'm building this community, so we can have a brilliant, fantastic, lovely community together. I've worked so hard for this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is not what I'm going to do. What the royal family like. I'll summarise here. I've predicted this for over, God knows, they're not going to lose their titles. But they will be, you know, we have to look at the public mood. All the public think it's terrible that you're allowed to have their titles, because you are damaging the monarchy. And, you know, we understand you want to get it off your chest. We understand this. We understand you want to, and that's the approach that they will do. Okay, but please, we can't allow you to maintain the titles if you're going to trash us at the same time. We can't do that. So you've got two choices. Thank you, Valley Girl. Oh, that's so sweet. That is so cute. Oh, Valley Girl, that is so cute. So they've got two choices. They can keep doing this and making these documentaries where they're putting out the dirty laundry, or they can decide. Well, Meghan, I feel, is going to be threaten to take those titles away, and Meghan will stop this. And also, I feel that I did pick this up. Thank you, Annette. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing this daily. I will actually try to come live, but I'm going to do this every other day if the live shows. So look out for this, okay? So that is the way that I pick up the outcome of this battle will be. They'll not just tell them, they'll not be just a phone call or a Zoom chat of saying, if you keep doing this, how are we going to take you? You know, your dad's saying it or something. It'll be like, oh, it'll be a proper kind of letter from the palace, you know, and it'll be typed out. You know, we've noticed that there's this public opinion, and also the opinion from our Prime Minister too, and it's come to our attention, all those kind of words, you know, come to our attention that we need to address this. And we love you, we care about you, you know that we want to bring you back into the family, but in terms of the public and the Parliament and the Prime Minister, this has got to stop, or you will lose your titles. And I feel that's the way they're going to approach this. They're not going to leave it, but they're not going to lose their titles either. It's another story. Are they going to stop? Because Meghan may be sassy that she may say, well, if they do take away our titles, we've got a major story then, haven't we? We can tell them all about Diana. Depends all on Meghan, really. If she's that kind of crazy, who knows? So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you for being here. And let's have a look at your comments before I go. I've been on for 1 hour. It goes so quickly. I love it. I absolutely adore it. Okay. Annette, could Harry be at risk without titles, or he's not going to lose his title? They're not going to take his titles off his son, off his grandson. Then it's not going to happen. They'll get it. But it depends what Meghan's next move is, you know. He won't be protected if they take his titles away. Of course he won't. Okay, everyone, thank you so much, and have a great evening, and sending you lots of love, lots of blessing. Thank you for coming here, and I will be back soon. If I don't come live, I will definitely come on by person and do like a premiere, so you can chat there, and I can actually add to the chat as like a chat too, because I like to chat to you too on the chat, believe it or not. So if it's not like this, it will be a premiere, so we can do a chat together. So yeah, please like, please share, please thumbs up before you go, and please put your comments in the comment section, okay? I've so enjoyed this. It's been amazing. Thank you so much for coming. You're just amazing. I just get so touched about it all, okay? Yeah, so look out, put your notification bell on. I will be coming on live, if not every other day, okay? Okay, thank you all of you, and bye for now. Bye-bye.